Ned Weiner, would you please come on up? We're going to transition into retirement ceremonies. And the first, now this is first, but it's also second, right?
Oh, yes, but it lasts. It lasts, yeah.
Yep. We've been here before.
Yes, we have.
Yep. Perfect. Deputy Ned Weiner, it's an honor for me to be able to recognize your retirement. You began your career with the Sheriff's Office on November 18th of 1985. Your first assignment was in the old downtown Golden Jail. Within a year, you were selected to become a field training instructor and a CPR first aid instructor. Your exceptional performance led to your transfer to the Patrol Division, where you worked until receiving specialized training and joining the DUI team. While on patrol, you and another deputy were dispatched to Crown Hill Park to rescue a bird. When you arrived at the park, you saw 3 colorful exotic birds. The 2 of you tried to catch the birds, thoroughly entertaining people as they passed by. Eventually, you received assistance from a local bird rescue group and turned the birds over to them. Later, when no owner claimed the birds, you adopted 2 of them. In 2000, when you became a school resource officer, you took one of those birds, named Disney, for his bright and colorful plumage to your office at Drake Middle School, where it became the school's unofficial mascot. While assigned as a school resource officer, your humor and positive attitude, and of course Disney, made you an approachable and respected advisor to both students and staff. This same friendly and supportive nature allowed you to succeed later as a member of the peer support team and added, boy, that's not easy to say, as an advisor to the Explorer Post number 99. In 2004, you returned to the Detention Services Division, and while assigned there, you worked both operations and work release. You served as a mentor and a role model to both inmates and peers, and released inmate, a released inmate once submitted a compliment commending your professionalism, kindness, and overall dedication to caring of the human spirit. Your exceptional performance has led you to being a regular recipient of such compliments. It was in 2015 you retired from the JCSO for a brief period. You began working for a sheriff's office in Missouri. A little later, in 2016, you returned to us. We were very fortunate for that, Ned. You continued to bring your positivity and laughter to those with whom you worked. During this period, you became a facilitator for the Moral Recognition Therapy program. You helped inmates address the behaviors that led to their incarceration with the goal of reducing the likelihood that they would reoffend. Ned, the Sheriff's Office has been the beneficiary of your steadfast service for nearly 35 years. It has been a pleasure to work directly with you and in different capacities. You're going to be missed tremendously by your coworkers and the people you served. Ned, through some of the challenges and changes in life, you have been an exceptional individual and an exceptional friend, and you have shown a lot of us how to live life with positivity, and I congratulate you for that and thank you for it.
You notice you were told that watch how they walk up here. I didn't have a problem walking. I just forgot my teeth, my hearing aids. At least I've got my glasses. I wrote this before a lot of this stuff had happened. As you heard, I started my career in law enforcement back on November 18, 1985 with Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. My career has spanned 36 years. I have worked in detentions, patrol. I have been a member of the DUI unit, school resource officer. In my career here, I have met a lot of good people and made a lot of great friends. When you hear people say, this is a family, it really is. In September of 2009, I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer and was unable to work for a full year. In that period of time, you, my law enforcement family, were there to help Judy, my wife, with meals, getting us to doctor appointments, helping Judy with grocery shopping, and even cleaning our home. You were even there when we needed someone to talk to or just someone to listen. My cancer diagnosis was not if the cancer came back, but when it came back. At that point, I wanted to be able to spend quality time with my wife in reference to whatever time I had left on earth. I returned in October of 2015. I retired in October of 2015. Judy and I had traveled out of Colorado. The following year, 2016, Judy had a stroke. I was unable to take care of her myself, so I made the decision to come back to Colorado where we had family who could help me care for her. October 2016, Jeff was kind enough to bring me back as a member of the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, and for that I will always be grateful. Then on October 21st, 2020, my wife had passed away from a blood clot that had traveled to her heart. Both times, without fail, without question, you again, as this family, were there for me. I am so proud to have been able to wear and to have been an important part of the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office family, this organization. I respect the uniform and the job. I also respect the men and women of this department for their career choice, knowing that, God forbid, you may have to give the ultimate sacrifice in carrying out your duties. I will greatly miss my family and friends here at the Sheriff's Office, but know I will do my best to stay in touch. It has been an honor and a pleasure.
This is yours. Usually I give a retirement badge to people who are retiring. I already gave one to Ned. We've been good friends for a long time. Ned, congratulations to you and all the best in your retirement years. Jeff Brunn, are you here? Jeff didn't make it. I'm not going to read about him if he's not going to listen. Scott Taborski. Scott, I appreciate that. Scott, I am also noticing that at your retirement ceremony, you're wearing your uniform.
Yes.
Nice.
I've got a week left.
Oh.
So I got to watch what I say. Jack can say whatever he wants. So.
Yeah. Who's here with you today?
My mother, Shirley, my father, Howard, and my girlfriend, Robin.
Nice to meet you all. Howard, thank you for your years of service with the Denver Police Department. Sergeant Scott Taborski, on September 2nd, 1986, you began your career with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, assigned to the Patrol Division. Your initial assignment in patrol spanned 6 years. In 1992, you began your next assignment as a criminal investigator. During that time, you became a member of the Complex Crimes Unit. You were responsible for a heavy caseload of theft, embezzlement, criminal mischief, and fraud cases, some of which require lengthy and thorough investigation. Your attention to detail and compassion for crime victims resulted in several commendations. In 1996, you transferred back to the Patrol Division. You worked to become a field training instructor. The following year, you were awarded the Medal for Distinguished Service for your efforts to evacuate citizens from an apartment complex in Denver following the fatal shooting of Denver Police Officer Bruce Vanderjack. On the fateful day of April 20th of 1999, you were amongst the first on the frantic scene of the Columbine High School shootings. You worked to escort trapped students to safety, all while being fired at by the suspects. For your work during this devastating event, you were awarded the Medal of Valor. In February of 2004, you were promoted to sergeant and assigned to the Detention Services Division. You took on the responsibilities of field training supervisor for detention deputies, which exemplified your willingness and drive to improve the quality of our organization. You transferred back to patrol in 2008. That year you were selected as a squad leader for the Democratic National Convention in Denver, lending mutual aid to the Denver Police Department. You and your squad attended over 60 hours of crowd management training, and you were assigned to various venues in the downtown Denver area during the National Convention. In 2016, you transferred back to detentions, from where you are retiring from the agency. Scott, you've been a go-to sergeant, especially when it came to scheduling and planning shift rosters for the division. You were engaged with the staff and always portrayed a vibrant personality. I like that word. You interacted in every briefing and had an uncanny way of lightening the mood, especially during stressful or difficult times. Scott, it is our distinct pleasure, it's my distinct pleasure, to recognize your sustained service to the Sheriff's Office and to offer our sincere congratulations to you on achieving this milestone in an unwavering career. I congratulate you and I wish you the best of luck in your retirement. You want to say something?
What?
You want the microphone?
Well, I told everybody that I was going to make this just like a briefing, but I really don't know my crowd in here, or I would normally, so I'll try and restrain myself a little bit.
And it's recorded.
And it's being recorded, yeah, that's true. So we've heard opportunity quite a bit. I would also just like to say that I am very proud and happy that I was afforded the opportunity not so much to be all I could be, but to be all that I wanted to be. And that's all that anybody can ever ask for, and I got that here. I've developed some lifelong relationships which will carry on long past me leaving from here, which I hope to enjoy, and I wish everybody the best going forth. Thank you very much.
Hey, Scott, I got stuff for you.
Well, I was going to say, do I have to nominate someone to take my badge?
No. No, come back. Yeah, this is yours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's your badge.
Okay.
It has your number on it.
I just want to make sure.
Yep. And it's my honor to be able to present to you your retired badge so you can drive as fast as you want, anywhere you want.
Oh, cool. And carry a gun?
And carry a gun.
Oh, wow.
And
that's also recorded.
And say what?
Yes.
And say whatever you want.
Okay.
As long as it's not recorded.
Okay. All right.
Scott,
Thank you, sir.
congratulations.
Thank you.
All the best to you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Jack Chinkala. Jack, you want to introduce who's here with you today?
Yes, my wife Bridget is here with me today, and also a room full of friends.
Yep.
And that I greatly appreciate.
Yep, well stated. Sergeant Jack Chinkala, you began your career with the Sheriff's Office on April 13th of 1987, assigned to the Patrol Division. During this time assigned to patrol, you were involved in a number of serious cases, one which involved capturing 3 people who tried to run down a deputy, and another saving the life of a woman who was stabbed through the throat with a Bowie knife. In 1991, you were transferred to the Civil Unit, where you served for 1 year until you competed for the Investigation Division opening, and ultimately were assigned to the Crimes Against Persons Unit. During your tenure as an investigator, you were the lead detective in 11 homicides, all solved. You completed your tour in 1995 with the prosecution of a man who killed 3 people at an Albertsons supermarket in South Jeffco. One of these victims was our own Sergeant Tim Mossbrucker, who was ambushed in his patrol car as he arrived on scene that day. Too many similarities with what went on a week ago. In 1996, you were assigned to the Internal Affairs Unit as an investigator until you were promoted to sergeant in 1997. You began your supervisory career in patrol that year. In 1999, you were assigned as an operational supervisor to the West Metro Drug Task Force. You spent 5 years working in this undercover unit, tasked with investigating and arresting drug traffickers in the county. At this time, the scourge of methamphetamine and homemade labs were skyrocketing, and meth-related violence was constantly in the news. You and your unit spent countless late nights dismantling these dangerous labs and putting drug makers in jail. In 2004, you moved to the court security function, working with judges and county officials to make the courthouse a safer place, especially as caseloads continued to increase. In 2007, you were assigned as the operational supervisor in the Detention Services Division, working with the staff in the work release program. A few years later, you moved back to patrol as the watch sergeant in both the South and North precincts. On January 26th of 2014, Sergeant Dave Baldwin was killed when his department motorcycle was struck by a wrong-way driver on Highway 93. You responded and served as the liaison for fallen comrade Sergeant Baldwin and his family. Jack, over your 33-year career, you worked for 6 sheriffs and were involved in almost too many major events to mention. Columbine, Deer Creek Middle School shooting, forest fires and floods. You worked in every division in many different capacities. You enjoyed mentoring deputies, many of whom have progressed in their careers to investigators, sergeants, commanders, a division chief, and a sheriff. You have received numerous awards to include 2 life-saving awards, 1 Medal of Valor, a Distinguished Service Award, and the Sheriff's Star. Jack, when asked about your career, you said it has been, it says in parentheses, heck, so I think it must be a different word. It has been a heck of a ride. We agree, and add that, more importantly, one you should be genuinely proud of. We congratulate you on a tremendous career and thank you for 33 years of dedicated service to the Sheriff's Office, our community, and we wish you the best.
Hi. A room full of people, many of which are my friends, many of which I grew up with, some which I helped in their budding careers, and some which helped me. 34 years is just so much to talk about. The supervisors went to a class that the sheriff approved of, and J.D. Buck Savage was the instructor. And he said some important words. He says, you cannot love your department. He says, you cannot love the emblem, you cannot love the words that are on the wall, that are stamped into the concrete, but you can love the people. And I really do love the people of this department. I've been here through some triumphs, and I've been, unfortunately, here through some tragedies. And just watching everyone work so hard to make these things and make our community a better place to live, work, and play. It's just been an honor to serve with people and to see the next generation that's moving forward to take the steps of the people who are retiring and leaving. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve the people of Jefferson County. And I look forward to passing the torch. And I appreciate being allowed to take a brief hiatus and walk the Continental Divide Trail this last summer. That certainly gave me a little bit of enlightenment about who I was and about my life, and gave me more time to reflect upon this career and the great people who are in it. I have no doubt that many people, if they had not chosen this career, would be captains of industry somewhere, making 5 times the salary, but instead they are choosing to serve a cause greater than they own, or greater than they are. So that is much appreciated, and I look back on this career with fondness and gratitude. Thank you.
That's the picture, Carol. Carol found your concealed handgun picture on Facebook.
If you could see it, you'd know that now when someone else looks at it, they're going to be concerned. But it was my picture.
Yeah. It's an honor for me to be able to present to you your retired sergeant badge, and also your shadow box did get delivered. It didn't get stuck on a ship in the Suez Canal, so we're happy for that. Jack, I wish you well in your retirement. I'm also glad to know that you're going to be volunteering some time in the crime lab.
I hope to.
Yep. Yep. We'd love to have you do that.
All right.
So congratulations to
Okay.
you.
Thank you very much.
All the best, my friend. Folks, I want to thank all of you for being here today to recognize and applaud those who've had successful careers and those who are being promoted into different roles and supervisory roles and command roles in this organization as they help lead it moving forward. We have some refreshments. Please enjoy those. Most importantly, please enjoy each other's company. And if you shake somebody's hand, we have plenty of hand sanitizer at the back of the room. Please have a good afternoon.